It's Olympia week right now. Yes, it is. It's Olympia week right now. And JB,
yeah,
say her last name because I butchered it a million times. You say it correctly. Introduce our guest.
welcome everyone, also for me, and we are very proud to have on Anjie. Yo, welcome.
Yo. What?
Thank
Andrea,
you.
Quick. Have you heard me butcher your name many times?
You know, I've heard a lot of different versions of my name. So there's some popular mispronunciations. So I'm not sure if I've heard your particular version of it, but
well, what are your background, your ethnicity, by the way? Because
yeah, I mean, I have a lot of people ask if if there's any Asian heritage, but the Yo last name is my married name, and that
Okay.
is actually Welsh Canadian.
Okay.
So that's from the Great White North. So so he's Canadian, so I got that name. My birth last name was Wertman, and that was more German. So
Okay. JB, you introduced me to Anjie in 2020. You said this is going to be the next big thing. I said, yeah, let's see. She's women's physique. I'm not so sure about women's physique, I said. Then he did the 2022 women's bodybuilding debut.
Yeah.
And we were like, whoa, this is the one that's going to beat our challenge Andrea. And then almost said beat there. Yeah, you heard it. And then Cormier, you remember when he said the live stream, he said the same thing. JB, how proud are you of Anjie now that she's the second best bodybuilder in the world?
Well, I can't be prouder because I think we, the female bodybuilding training, discovered her a little bit, and we were one of the first guys, girls, whatever, got her on interview, and so it's yeah, I'm proud. I'm very proud.
Angela.
Yeah, you guys believed in me from the very start, and that was very cool. I had spent half a decade in women's physique. I had done everything I could possibly do, and when I got to Warrior Games in 2020, yeah. I had never met some of these, big heads of NBC, IFBB before, and they just looked at me and they're like, bodybuilding, like as if it were just, as if it was obvious. And I, became, I finally was seeing myself that way. And I'm like, I just want to keep growing. I know what I want my body to look like. And it was like after nationals, I'm like, that was the last physique show I was ever going to do.
We're going to touch on a lot of things, but there's one thing we want to know. Very important. I'm sitting at home, me and JB, we got our steaks and Pepsi Max. It's Rising Phoenix. And then we see you and we see Andrea, and then you come out, and from the front, we're looking. JB must, and he's texting me. See, AJ, I say, yes. Isn't Anjie winning from the front? And I'm looking, and I'm like, I have an Andrea Shaw poster in my bedroom and everything, so I'm a very biased. and I'm saying,
I'm a fan. We are fans, yeah.
And I'm looking at your quads, they're bigger. Your arms, you could train them now again, they're bigger. And it's like, what were you thinking? We're thinking, I might do it.
It's so hard backstage because until you have the tan, the lights, the stage, like the peak, it all coming together, and then like standing against the people that you look up to so much, like it's like you don't really know. You don't know until you hit that pose. Like I was extremely proud of myself. Like all I wanted to see was, like improvements from the Olympia to this year, and sometimes just like how am I going to continue to make progress? But I saw it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow, this is amazing. I got over a couple injuries that allowed me to kind of open up a little bit more. And oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, I can't even, when you're up on stage, it's like, I don't even know like where I'm at in space and time. I'm just trying to execute and hit those poses and remember every muscle fiber. So it's like, you're not really thinking about other people or where you are. and you shouldn't be. You should be thinking about yourself, you know? So even looking back on those photos now, it's like, wow, I'm extremely proud of what I brought. And I think the judges really liked it.
Yeah, and we saw it on stage that was so proud and had fun on stage, and it was so it was just inspiring for me. So
because the Olympia 2022, it was great, but Andrea it was a. Can you say it was a clear win? Correct in 2022, Olympia. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I know that I was not. I'm still not done cooking. Like I'm not done building. Like I still see where I would like to add size, definition, depth. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still building what I think Ms Olympia should be.
But that was 2022 Olympia. Then we go to this rising. And now you're like, didn't you feel like, whoa, I'm like, when they were saying it was two people, Acock was top 3, a well-deserved Acock, shredded hard, back improved. But it was 2 girls left. I didn't know that Andrea was winning. Did you, JB?
No.
So what were you thinking? 2 people, you have the greatest of all time in modern day times, Andrea Shaw, next to you. And then what were you thinking?
You know, like there for a second, like I didn't really realize what was happening. You know, at prejudging, you know, they put us together right there at the end for some comparisons, and in my mind, I'm like, well, of course they did that. You know, like we're top 2 in the world, and then it hit me backstage. You know, like these amazing competitors, these women that I got to compete with, are looking at me like, no, this is about today. Yeah. This is about y'all right now. It's not about what happened last year. You guys got lined up because it's y'all right now. Yeah. So it took me a minute for it to settle in and be like, oh, wait a minute, this isn't about anything. This is our competition. Yeah. You know, I mean, and I'll tell you what, man, like the day after the show, when we went to do the battle, so many people came up to me and they were like telling me about their experience in the audience, and they're like, we were pulling our hair out. Nobody knew what was going to happen. Like the judges never, like usually they just say who wins. They don't necessarily do like the anticipation and the buildup and like the moment like that. So I was, you know, people who have watched this show for years were telling me that, and I'm like, wow, that was really something else. Like they made it was a nail biter for everybody, including myself. I mean, I had to believe in that moment that it was me. If nothing else from that show, it forced me to practice. Like, you are about to step into this right now. Get ready. You know what I'm saying? So like that was, I had to be thinking that way. I had to be like visualizing and seeing it and hearing it in my mind before it happened. And I was a little disappointed, but you know, like I still have to speak with the judges and see, you know, like what they would like me to do in 2024. You know, right now I can't take on too many new pieces of advice. I'm just listening to my coach. Yeah. You know, and I just can't thank the women that I competed with enough, because they were so supportive of me and both of us. Like they really wanted us to both get up there and show everybody women's bodybuilding, and like people were like coming like back in like from the crowd. Like it was so amazing to see like people just, I mean, like literally hanging on to the chair in front of them. It was, and it was like an audible gasp from the crowd. Like when Andrea was announced as the winner. So I could tell that I had some real fans out there, and I mean, she's amazing. She is amazing. She's one of a kind. Yeah. And I know she's very proud of me, you know, for coming up the way I have.
It's 2 things. First of all, for people who don't understand, bodybuilding, it's also about providing for you and your family. Also, it's about making also money. It's not just for passion. Yeah. And winning the Rising Phoenix and the Olympia, it can change your economy of the year. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So this is
Yeah.
not like funny. This is $50,000 there, you know, and it can be won twice in a matter of a month. So it's close. But one thing, bodybuilding the last couple of years, women's bodybuilding with Andrea Shaw dominating in such a way, people love it, but it has led to that people are like, every Olympia, every rising, we know what's going to happen. So it has led to people like, yeah, it's fun, but we're just waiting to see how epic Andrea is going to win, and everyone else is celebrated, but it's no real battle. But now, finally, Ms Olympia, do you understand how important it is for the sport, Anjie, what you are able to do? Do you understand? Do you feel how important it is for fans to get hyped again?
What people have brought me in the comments and the messages and the emails is people who have been watching this sport for decades, not like a fan that started yesterday. Love everybody. But when I have people coming to me that are like, I've been watching this sport for years and years before you even came up, and they tell me that they're seeing something special, like it's such an unbelievable feeling. And I'm like, you can't, like, no one's just gonna like show up and like blow smoke like that. Like, these are people who, are telling me what they really see, like from other competitors, and like, my coach, it's like they've never seen something like this before. And I'm just like, this is wild, and I'm happy to do it. I still can't believe that I'm here, I mean, she's going to be hard to beat.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. JB.
But I think alone this feeling, you versus Andrea, versus bad word, but this reaching for the small points of every body part. So will be it reminds me on Phil Heath, right? His first win when he battled up. You remember, AJ?
With Jay Cutler, do you think about, or
yeah?
Well, yes and no. It's just that
but it's excitement,
it's excitement because
a new face coming up, and
but the improvements a little bit, because we weren't there. We saw the pictures. We watched the Rising Phoenix 50 times now. What was the difference at this Rising to the Olympia? Body parts, conditioning wise, fullness, look, whatever. What was the difference?
Oh, for me?
Yes.
I mean, my legs have definitely come up. My lats came out. Like, only advice that I got from the Olympia last year was keep doing what you're doing. Add like 3 pounds, which I thought was oddly specific. But like into the X frame, right? So legs, lats, and I did exactly that. I mean, you can tell, like, my legs are much bigger, which I all I want to do is like bring Margie Martin's legs. Like, if I could grab that, I would be amazing. But I needed that width, and I still need overall thickness and size. But in less than a year, to see those side by sides, I mean, you can definitely tell. Waist stayed the same, lats got bigger, quads got bigger, glutes got bigger. So
how much pounds did you go up?
Oh my gosh, it took me 4 years to break the weight plateau that I had been at. Like, I'd never been into the 160s in my life for any reason. Not after any bulk season, not after any holiday, not after any off season, grow season. I could not break 157.
Really? In off season,
so
you could break 157?
No. We're talking like we're doing like 5,000 calories.
So when me and JB are having,
it was nuts. Not fun.
How much were you on stage then?
I stopped weighing myself, so I should be around 150. So that was definitely a PR, for stage weight. Yeah.
Olympia, you were how much last Olympia?
Oh, 146. Okay. 147, so maybe.
Exactly what they wanted. Those extra. So just
yeah, I mean, not even like trying, like it just literally happened that way. I pushed myself as hard as I could to get that new size, because man, like I don't, it's like the combination of my metabolism, the style of my training. I mean, I eat fairly clean, so we were trying to figure out like strategies to just get more food in, because like I couldn't, like my body just like stopped at that weight, and it's just, and I'm like, like
so,
putting the weight on is difficult. So that was not easy for me.
so JB,
It cost me. Yeah.
JB, did you just hear? She's the same weight as Sarah Viegas, who is Miss Women's Physique, but you look so much big. So it's so people, it's an illusion, but you have a lot of
5'1" too. So
yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But imagine, imagine if Andrea or Sarah will be same ratio.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no, that's tough, because like some of these women have like 40 pounds on me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I'm like, how do I know that it's a matter of time and training and more higher diets and more strategy, but like, man, I would love to close that gap by just a little bit more.
Yeah, but they would love to get your condition and hardness also, though. So everyone has their own. That's the nice balance, size with the conditioning and hardness. We go into the strong. What's it called? The Olympia battle right after Rising Phoenix and Anjie. Oh yeah. Huh? You showed them, didn't you?
Yeah. You smoked them. You smoked them.
Hey, JB, careful. You don't
it is.
Hey, we have to take that. We took that post away now. Stop it.
No. I'm yeah.
Anjie, you came in a day after. Did you have a cheat? Did you have a cheat? Some celebration food at least?
Well, we went to the after party. Like wanted to see everybody and like, like experience what happens. Like the Rising Phoenix is one of the best run shows I have ever done. I was so impressed. You know what I'm saying? Like there's like something always seems to happen, and like communication is tough, but Rising Phoenix, the location, the people, the staff, like everything was amazing. Like I didn't want that day to end. So I mean, like went back, changed, came back, and I mean, like the food that they served was pretty high quality. So I didn't feel bad about that, at all. I mean, we went and had a big breakfast, but like nothing too crazy. But I'm like, I have to get my hydration in. That was like the main thing.
Yeah.
Was like to get your hydration back up, get some kind of glycogen in there, because like, man, like I knew my muscles were just gonna like 2 reps a tank. But we rest before the show. I come in pretty well rested to the show, so it's not like I had been training crazy up until the day before the competition or anything. But you've been through a lot. Your body's been through a lot. Your spirit, your stress levels, all of that. Like you're trying to stay calm, but man, it's a freaking whirlwind, and you are in for a ride. So getting to the Olympia battle was like, just keep pressing. Like we pulled it together, and it was fun. It was fun. It was great. Yeah.
Anjie, the Olympia battle, you come up, and we're thinking, okay, Natalia, who is known as the Hulk Hogan of strength, and you're coming a day in after competing, and then we saw you were the Andrea Shaw, the queen. She did good, but we saw you and Natalia. It was a different. Who would win? Who is the strongest? And I don't care about this pound for pound. That doesn't matter. Who is the strongest bodybuilder? You or Natalia?
I can only speak on my own strength, and I've been kind of working on that for for many years. I think that's also what gives me, like a difference in like the kind of bodybuilder that I am, because I want to be as strong as I look. So my powerlifting is on the weekends, and I mean, I benched my first 300 like 6 weeks out.
Wow.
From Rising Phoenix or something like that. So I mean, like, and I'm still getting stronger. So I mean, I have no idea. So I'm just gonna say me.
That was JB.
Yeah.
Have we seen another women's bodybuilder top 3 at the Olympia for with this type of conditioning and strength?
Not in my 30 years experience. Not.
Oh no, all around, yeah.
Yeah, no. Most of the girls, I said 99.9% of the ladies focusing on the shape for the competition, and then afterwards it cannot be. But it's like Angie said, she was powerlifting until 6 weeks before, and so yeah.
Mhm.
I never done that. I never done. Even Becky Swanson. Becky Swanson had a break of 2 years before she competed in bodybuilding, and
but she wasn't the level of Anjie on stage though.
No, but in strength, of course.
Yeah, in strength, yeah, but the all around this high level of Melissa Tech is also doing a great job. She's also climbing now, and she's also one of this power lifter. Okay, Olympia. We are just hours away. We are saying to the Olympia.
Yeah,
please. Feels like it.
Yeah,
please go through what's going through on the cardio machine at night. What's the champ thinking? What are you thinking?
You know, that is so much of this game is your mental strength, your visualization, your ability to believe in yourself and you know, hurdle any mistakes or things that don't go right, you know, because there's chaos all the way up until the end, and you have to be calm going through that. And like, I mean, the closer you get to a show, or at least I get to a show, the more like reflecting I do, and I'm like, this has been the most amazing ride of my life. You know, and I literally, I just remind myself that everything I need is already in me.
Yeah.
Like it's already there, and it's always been there. And like looking back, like my track record has been so good. Like I just need to trust myself and just stay calm in those moments, because, you know, like just do the work. You know, you're always thinking like, well, what else can I do? What else, you know? And it's like, no, just do your work and execute at the highest level. You know, like lean on a friend if you need to. Like this is as deep as it gets, man. Like bodybuilding breaks people every day. These competitions are not for everybody, and this is as big as it gets. You know, so I mean, realizing that, and, you know, trying to take the time to like enjoy it, even though it's like you're not sitting down. This is the first time I've sat down today. You're not sitting down most of the day. But, you know, it's like, man, like we leave. I think we fly out in a week from today. So we fly out on Halloween, you know, so we're going to come and see all you guys and, you know, put on an excellent show. And, you know, I just think back about all my work and just try to trust that, you know, when I put it together on stage, it's all going to land the way that it should. For whatever reason, whatever the universe has in store for all of us, it's gonna work out, and it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah. I have
JB.
One question. How much in percent or something, you can tell me, how much deep is helpful is the support of your husband and your family for you in the sport?
Oh my gosh. You know, it is beyond valuable, because I do see women that don't have, you know, the support that I have, and I don't know if I could. I respect them so much, because I'm like, I don't know if I could do it without my husband, without my family, you know. And they've never, not once, no matter how big the thing I was gonna do, they have never been like, you can't do that. You know, they've always been like, well, of course, of course you're gonna do it. It wasn't always that way, you know.
That's
you know,
cool.
So I mean, my husband's amazing. You know, he really helps me with you know, like if we're doing flights, if we're doing hotel, like he helps make sure that like the things that I might generally forget about get done. so that I can just get to work, you know, and he helps me with my checklist and stuff. But I mean, he just lets me do my thing, you know? And I mean, it's especially when you get close to a show, it's really hard in relationships. We just had our anniversary, you know, on the 17th, and then his birthday is Halloween, so we're gonna be flying into the competition on his birthday. So it's like there's a lot of sacrifices.
Yeah.
So I'll be damned if I don't make this worth it.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks.
A sacrifice.
The difference last year Olympia lead up, you didn't have these type of expectations. Now you have now we are at the level where it's I don't want to be disrespectful to other girls because you never know in bodybuilding, but the general idea for this Olympia, even though we haven't seen Natalia yet, compared to you, that it's a 2-woman show. So this you didn't have last year. No one had the expectations for you to be top 2. We hoped, but the great Hella Trevino was there. We haven't seen you compared to the other girls. And what's the difference now? Because now you're not there just for fun. Now we're here to come in to win.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if I can even describe it because, like, yeah, I mean, like going last year is like, well, I mean, in my mind, everyone is amazing and at the top of their game. Everyone is someone that I'm competing with, and we're all like the best in the world, like that. And that's the respect that I have for every competitor. I mean, I'm like speechless because the support that I've gotten for me to compete the way that I do and bring my personality, my shape, and people just love it means everything to me, you know? So having that, you know, the knowledge that like this is really where I'm at. And I am nowhere near done. That's the thing. Like if people only knew how much of the surface I have just scratched, I think they would be surprised. So coming into this with last year with the Rising Phoenix, again, it comes down to like what you were asking me about on the treadmill at night, like trusting myself, believing, you know, like this is what's meant to happen. So I'm just giving it everything I have because I want the moment to be so special, you know?
Yeah.
Like I can't control the placings at the end of the day, but when you go up on stage and you get that feeling that you're after, it's like, man, you know, then you got what you came for.
Yeah.
JB, I'm getting a little bit goosebumps because the in women's bodybuilding, we haven't had the stability that we needed last, you know, the great Margie V, she's retired. We thought Monique Jones going to win the Olympia. She retired. Ella Trevino injured, took a year off. This took like now. A lot of great girls can't fly to America. Some of our great girls have been dropping out of shows. Some people are sick. Some people different things. So the stability to have a legit Ms Olympia contest with legit everything with high level is very important to have this type of epic rivalry. You know, like Lee Haney, Richard Aspari, Kai Green, Phil Heath, and you and Andrea is bringing it, and that you have done this in just second year as a pro, and you haven't even scratched your potential. JB, do you feel it? Excitement.
I feel it.
Yeah, it's
I
good.
feel it.
It's great. It's before you're gonna, we have to see a little bit of the package. This is very important. This is very important. But Anjie, say something that can inspire young figure girls or physique girls or maybe even bikini girls to make the switch or have dreams of making the switch or give them some advice, some inspiration before this great Olympia show.
Absolutely. I mean, the reason I am where I am right now is because I followed my instincts. I followed the way that I wanted to train. I never trained for a division. I've barely ever even read the rules. I trained the way that I wanted to train, and I did not hold back because that is my number one love. So if you love to train, don't worry outgrow it. You're supposed to. You're supposed to outgrow where you were. If you like where you're at, my God, don't let me make you change. But if you know that there is more for you, like don't worry about what other people think. Like that's the thing. Like, you got to realize that when you get on the other side, when you get, if you can come up and get to us in women's bodybuilding, we are here for you. Like, we have our own community that is hella strong. You know, we're here for each other. So I mean, like, it's difficult when you're out on the street and people are like, why you want to look like that, you know? So I get it. But when you get up here and you realize, like, this is how I want to live my life. This is how I live my life to the fullest.
Yeah.
So don't worry about outgrowing your division. Train how you want to train, and we're here when you're ready.
Yes. Can we see something? You know, it's Olympia week, and I know people pay big money for the stream, but can we get a sneak peek of something?
I actually can't, because I'm on my way to go do photography right now. So I literally threw this on.
JB.
Oh, Anjie, please.
We can't see the abs. We can't see nothing.
No, not today.
JB, we will have to pay for this. Well, that we do anyway. But people, it's important to pay for the Olympia production TV.
Yes, please, everybody.
It's 10 girls in it. We will not go into what we feel about that and rules and shows. That doesn't matter. We can't change that today. But we want to, JB, say something, ending it, and I'm ending it. Say something, JB. Something good.
First of all, thank you so much, Anjie, that you came on. So close to the Olympia. Take time for us and me and for AJ and all the people around, and also Glenn Young. And I cross so much fingers that everything's
Please.
going well.
Take all the luck.
Going all well. You know what it is. Starting from the trip, getting there and acclimate and getting, Florida is warm, you know, and and so on. I cross fingers, everything is going well.
Should be exciting.
Yeah, I'm very excited. And greetings to your husband. All I can say, I'm looking forward to see you on stage, bringing your best, and it's gonna be
JB. Who will win? Who will win, JB? Anjie or Andrea?
Anjie. I hope.
One thing.
I like that vote of confidence. I'll take it.
The way you said it. Anyway, quick thing.
But you know it.
Yes. I know. You know. I know.
Everything can happen in women's bodybuilding. So.
One thing before we go, then Glenn Young said you are allowed to slap him because you didn't have him and he didn't have you in the Rising Phoenix top 5 predictions. You know, Glenn Young, Amazon Fitness.
I did see that. Yeah,
you did see that, Glenn. That's not anyway. You're allowed to slap him for that. No,
he's on side.
I really think
now. That's all. I mean,
before you go, Anjie, yes. I think Andrea Shaw will be very hard to beat, but for the first time ever, I think there's someone who might do it, and there's no one else than you in this world who can do it right now. And I think if you're on, and everything is on, and this is bodybuilding. If she's not in better condition than she was in Rising, or for whatever reason, I think you can do it. So. This is going to be one of the most epic Olympias we have had in the modern day Olympias since 2020, because all eyes are on you. We thought it was going to be Sara Viegas and Natalia who was going to steal the show, but no, it's Andrea and Anjie. This is as the Hardy Chupa and branding, all those things. This is the same. The excitement is real, and good luck, safe trip, and this is going to be something.
I'm going to make sure that it is. This will be entertaining. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
And we are
out.
Oh, yeah.